Welcome to Comically Comics, your one-stop listen to all things comics. We're talking books, movies, TV shows, video games, and more. I must forewarn you, though, we are a spoilercast, and what that means is we consider all properties, past, future, and present, to be valid, and we will spoil the hell out of them. I'm your host, Michael, along with my two co-hosts, Richard and Jeremy, and with all that being said, let's get started. All right, it is November 3rd, Sunday, because, I said it backwards this time around. So, we are back with some more Agatha and Penguin. Did we talk Agatha and Penguin last week? I'm so so backwards.
No, we did our V for Vendetta.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, awesome. We're back to normalness of Agatha and Penguin. We got episode 5 of Agatha, Darkest Hour, Wake Thy Power, and episode 4. I have no way of pronouncing this. I can't. Cantina.
Oh, for Penguin.
Centina. Yeah. Centina.
No, it's Chintani.
Chintani.
Yeah.
Never would have gotten that.
Yeah.
Never.
She said it in the episode, and I just wrote down how I thought you would spell that to grammatically say it correct or phonetically.
Solid
say it
move.
Hook it on phonics.
Yeah. Hey, man. Phonics should absolutely be brought back. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Right. I could go on a whole English rant here, but it has nothing to do with comic books. So let's start off with Agatha. Like I said, episode 5, Darkest Hour, the Wake Thy Power. Agatha and Coven head to their next trial while unexpected enemies try to stop them. Jeremy, what is your whelming of this episode? This short episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was. I'm not going to do it.
Do what?
Because your runtime.
Okay.
But no, I am, I guess, whelmed to pleasantly whelmed. No, more so I'm pleasantly whelmed. I was just kind of, going back and forth there, but yeah, it was kind of, again, I agree. It was short, and it kind of put Agatha on the spot a little bit, and we got introduced to Billy the Kid, and kind of progressing that story a little bit. So I think it's. Yeah, I'm pleasantly whelmed with it. I don't know. That was a bunch of rambling that really didn't amount to much there. But yeah.
What? Did you mean for all those words to come out of your mouth?
Damn it.
Did you mean for all those words to come out together, or did they just fall out randomly?
It was purely random on that one.
Yeah.
So
you've got questions. You've made questions now for me though, because I'm like, wait a second. Did he only watch through an episode? Did he Google search some shit?
I think he Google
did he
searched
just
some
cut?
shit.
Like,
no. I just didn't watch that only episode. I had been to be completely honest here. I've actually already watched
all of it.
Not all of it. I'm one episode behind on each. But I've watched 4 and 5 of Penguin, and I've watched 5, 6, 7 now. 7, 6, 5, and 6. I don't know.
Right?
Spoilers.
You dirty, sneaky bastard.
I still don't know who what's her face is, the Green Witch. I haven't gone into looking all that up.
No, you definitely hadn't seen the last episode then.
Okay, yeah. Well, I know I haven't seen most recent, so I knew. Yeah. So I'm pleasantly whelmed, I guess. Just for the sheer fact of it kind of moved that along, I guess.
Okay. Richard, what is your whelming of this?
I did not watch ahead, and I fucking hate this episode. This is underly whelmed. Episode sucks. It's boring. It's short. It points to it makes me feel vindicated of everything I've been saying about how this should have been an hour and a half movie to 2-hour movie. Quit splitting this shit up into tiny things. And because I was so mad, it's back, boys. It's back. The actual runtime for this episode
It's back with a vengeance.
is 23 minutes in 55 seconds.
Nice.
And I will not be doing it again, but curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought him back.
Unless that last episode's like an hour.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then we need to get the runtime of that one.
No. I just went to this one because it felt like it was a blink it and you miss it episode. It was just like I went to go get some like water from the fridge and was like, what happened to the episode? It's over?
I think you may do it with episode 6.
Oh God.
And I haven't watched ahead. I wasn't dirty like Jeremy over here.
Hey, look, I gotta at least now I kind of know what we're talking about. Instead of y'all dropping your little nonchalant hints, crap, whatever.
What a bunch of a-holes.
That's right.
I was waiting for you really are.
You really are the most devious bastard in New York City.
I was actually saving that for England, but anyway.
Yeah.
It never gets old. Not for me, at least.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, I saw on I just saw the timestamp or whatever for the 6th episode, and I was like, oh, it's a short one too. Jeez. So it was like 31 minutes or something like that, if I remember right. I don't know. Anyways.
What's the point? What's the point? Why? Anyway. And like, I know we're reviewing it and like the series is done now, but like I've been seeing people on Reddit talk about how like this is like a really good show. And I'm like, boy, I am not seeing what everyone else is seeing on this. But
Yeah.
I'll say, despite the time stamp that this has, I'm in the pleasantly whelmed area. I'm not fully pleasantly whelmed, but like there's things that I actually did enjoy about this episode, and I don't know, I just liked it. I don't like, there were some things that I didn't like that I felt like was just like, okay, this means nothing. I don't understand. But overall, I enjoyed it. I liked it. So yeah, I'm pleasantly whelmed, somewhere in that area. So I feel like there's like 2 big things that happened in this episode. And, the 2 big things that are not what happened in this episode. We got to see the witches like have brooms.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I actually liked that like little ritual they had where they had to make a broom for somebody else and then like do this whatever thing to hand it off. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
There were some like massive logs though. Definitely not any like this.
Yeah. It was not a
like
broom.
Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah. It was more of like a giant root than it was a
Yeah.
broom. But yeah.
Yeah. I definitely didn't see a firebolt or Nimbus 2000 etched on there or anything. It's just
What?
I liked the broom thing. I like when they were like, oh, why haven't we done this before? I like screamed at the TV. I was like, because it's not in the budget.
Because you're off the road. The song is called The Witch's Road. It's not called The Witch's Air.
The witch's
The
runway.
Witch's Atmosphere. The Witch's Clouds.
The witch's flight plan.
Flight Path.
I love Aubrey Plaza's witch cackle though. When like I thought that was great. I love a good witch cackle. So she did a good one on that.
I love the character she's playing, and I love the way she's doing it. She's probably one of my highlights of this. When Catherine Hahn seems to like drop it, it seems like Aubrey Plaza picks it back up for me. So, but talking about that, I did not like Agatha's trial at all.
Yeah, it was lame,
and I don't understand it really. So I'm hoping y'all will help me like better understand it, because I was just like, what the fuck are we doing there?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Like that's one of the reasons why I was because like I feel like maybe it gets explained in later episodes, but none of it made any fucking. It was like, I don't know. It was just trying to be spooky or something. I don't know, because like they were talking about like punish Agatha. So like it's Nicholas Scratch. So you mention her son's name. That's punishing her, I guess. I don't know. But then like Mama Harkness comes in and she's like a total bitch to Agatha. And then like the whole Alice shooting Agatha. And then Catherine Hahn looking like she's all like, yes, give me that power. Yes. But then when Alice dies, she's like, oh, I didn't mean to. I didn't have control. I'm so sorry. And then they get back on the road, and then she's all being a bitch towards it was just all it was totally all over the fucking place, and I just didn't understand any of it.
I think we might need to have Richard do the synopsis next time. that was it right there. It's the whole episode synopsis right there.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like I got her getting shot with the powers and she was absorbing them from Alice.
Yeah.
I got that. And basically like she's a crackhead or something. Like she starts getting a little bit and she needs more. So like, okay, whatever. She couldn't control herself. But yeah, I don't know why she's being a bitch to Teen. Like I don't know. She's feeling some kind of way now that she's got her purple back. At least some of it.
Well, I think on that part, I was just that she says at the end. Was that the end? No, never mind. She made.
Don't spoil nothing, Jeremy.
Well, no, it was at the like she says that about his mom, and so I think she started to figure out who he is, and so she's not obviously. Yeah, she's a little bitter towards his mom.
Yeah, no, I get that, but like, I assumed that line when she says "you're just like your mother," that she knew who he was from the get-go.
Yeah,
but
I think she had like some inclinations a little bit.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering is like, is other episodes going to fill us in? Which again leads me to this should not have been episodic. Like, what the fuck? Because it just leaves you asking more and more questions, and it's not like fun. Like, ooh, like what? Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with this. I mean,
I think the next episode, and Jeremy knows because he's already watched ahead. But I think the next episode will be like
the one time that I know this stuff before you jerks do.
I'm not piling it on. Don't throw me in.
I wanted to ask you questions, and now I'm like, should I even ask him these questions? Like, I don't know, like, because you bring up like that's the big thing at the end is that Catherine Hahn, Agatha Harkness, sits there and says, "Oh, you're just like your mother." And it's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Well, now she's accepted the fact that this is not her son, Nicholas. So, who do you think her mother is? I can't very well ask Richard that because, like, me and Richard have a good idea of who her mother is.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, "Oh, should I even ask Jeremy who's her mother?"
Whenever. Whenever I saw
I'm just gonna say it's fucking Wanda. It's fucking Wanda. It's his mother. Like at the end, we see the fucking tiara thing that they're doing with him, and they play. Which anyway, I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Jeremy. Go ahead.
No, it's fun. Like whenever I was watching it for the first time, at the end, whenever they show his little just the things around his head, and I was like, oh. Okay, it's Wanda. It's one of her kids.
Yeah.
So, that part was pretty obvious. Now the next episode, I will say, is about Teen and kind of gets his little backstory. So
yeah,
I figured as much just because of how it was left off. Which that leads me into one of my notes. I don't know if either one of y'all have ever seen it's based off a comic book as well. It's on Netflix. It's called Lock and Key.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
At the end of season 1, they do not end. It's like the second to last or maybe third to last episode. There's a character named Dodge. She gets this key that's like a crown, and they play the exact same Billie Eilish. You could, if you see me in a crown or whatever the song's called, like identical, like almost the exact same scene. And I wrote down, I was like, Lock and Key did it better. I'm just saying, Lock and Key did it better.
I've not watched Lock and Key. However, I've read the first. That's a fucked up story.
Yeah.
And like I'm interested to see like how they did it or whatever on Netflix. I need to.
The first season's good. Season 2 is okay. Season 3 is kind of garbage.
Nice.
Kind of goes downhill.
I've only read the first trade, so
Gotcha. The last thing I have to bitch about is they gave him a fucking mullet. When they go to do Agatha's trial, and it's like the 80s, 90s, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And he's got a mullet. Of course, they're cheeky with it. They give him a blue sweatband that in red, like one of those like red baseball shirts that kind of invokes his superhero costume. But anyway, I just was like, oh, like the kid looks goofy enough for me, and then you add the mullet, and he looks even weirder.
that's funny. I wasn't hating on him with. I liked the Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees vibes that I was getting with the cabin and all that, the 80s and all that jazz. I liked all that. I liked the time period. Like I like how they did all that. And then they kind of threw the whole exorcist thing in there, and that was okay. I wasn't really thrilled about that, but it was okay. I totally lost everything when Agatha's mother showed up, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need this.
Yeah.
I don't. And then like they're trying to sit there and throw you off by her. Her name is Death, and they're not supposed to be talking about death or asking death questions and all this other kind of stuff. And I don't know. I just a lot of that stuff. I was like, this doesn't even make sense. I don't even know how Agatha conquered her trial. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So that's probably my biggest beef with it is the whole like when the trial actually started.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, everything else I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like the trial made no sense because it was like they wanted to punish Agatha. So I guess it was just mentioning her like dead son, and that's what finished the trial. Or I don't know. I don't understand what her trial was supposed to be and how they even passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same way because they didn't really do anything, and it really was just saying his name, and then the whole thing because he just hollered Nicholas Scratch, and then that was it, and then the door opened up or whatever, and I was like, "That okay, so we're just done." Like she didn't, Agatha didn't do anything hardly, so
yeah.
I guess that totally confirms though that Nicholas Scratch is dead. Like in fact, he was alive. He is dead.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess as long as that was him, but
yeah,
I feel like that's what they're leading you to believe.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be that. I don't think it's going to be like a red herring kind of thing. The other question I had was with the Salem 7 at the start of the episode was, it seemed like they were after just like everybody on the Witches Road, not just, I thought they were just after Agatha, but like that one that when Teen goes to grab the like root that they're going to use as broomsticks, the owl shows up and then like morphs and tries to grab him. And I'm like, I thought they were just after Agatha. Why are they after like all of them?
Oh, they're hitting them all.
No,
Hulk them.
just fuck them all.
Get them all. Oh, yeah.
Two birds, one
they were
stone
messing
kind
with
of thing.
Teen. Right. Right. They were messing with Teen like before they even got down there to where Agatha was.
Were they messing him or was he just scared? I thought they just showed up and he was like, oh, and then he like left. I can't remember that episode now.
I mean, it didn't come
Too many
off
great
like they were
moments since
necessarily
then.
after him.
No.
Do what?
So too many great moments since then.
No.
But like the hand came through the window and freaked him out, and then like he started running one way, and then there was a guy right there in front of him, and that freaked him out. And and then they were asking the neighbor lady Sharon if she wanted to stay, and she's like, "Oh no," and then like went on the road with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So yeah, I just kind of got vibes that they were just going to come and like the main goal was get Agatha, but they'll get anybody else.
Right.
So I feel like the Salem 7 is being wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't really done anything. They're just there as a gimmick almost.
Yeah. Yeah. More throwaway villains. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Marvel's known for doing.
Yep.
What did y'all see Alice's death coming?
No.
No.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Like at all. But I never thought about her sticking around the MCU though either. So I'm still calling it Jennifer Kale. She's staying.
Yeah. I don't you can still have them live and just be around in the MCU and just not use them ever again because they do that all the time. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's weird to introduce these characters one episode. Like literally the last episode was to get to know her backstory, only for her to kill her off in this episode. And it was like, so what's the point of it all? I just keep harping this should not have been episodic.
Yeah.
To get to know her and her backstory, all that
Mhm.
origin and everything, like you were just saying, and then on top of that, conquer it. Break the curse and everything.
Only to fucking die. I don't know.
Yeah.
20 minutes later.
Right? Yes. All right. That's all I have for Agatha. Y'all got anything else?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. I'm done with this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done too.
Awesome. Let's move into Penguin episode 4. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it again. So, Richard, if you have it wrote down, that'd be fantastic. Please
Shintani.
help me. Shintani. Thank you.
It's an
Thank you.
Italian phrase that means 100 years or may you live 100 years.
Yeah, well, some fuckers did not live past,
Nope.
90 minutes, it seems like. So,
Yeah.
I got as a synopsis for this episode, the origin of Sophia Falcone, the Hangman. So, Jeremy, what are your whelmings for this episode?
That was a quick synopsis, but I mean, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. But I'm pleasantly to overly whelmed with this. And I mean, it's just, I guess it's carrying over from the beginning to this episode too. It just is it's just a really good show. I've really been enjoying watching it and learning all the backstory stuff there. I like seeing this side of Penguin, not the ducky boat Penguin.
The Danny
And,
DeVito.
Yeah. And I mean, even in this one, we don't really see him a whole lot, but at the same time, we still get some of his backstory in this of whenever he was the driver and everything. So I thought it was, her seeing how she was then to how she is now, doing that whole transformation, and just even her character and just seeing how she portrays it differently from before going to Arkham and after. I think she did a great job with it. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying the show.
Nice. Richard, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm overly whelmed still. This show's so fucking good. It's criminal if you're not watching this show. I fucking love this show. This is very much like a Breaking Bad kind of show for me. This is so well written, so well acted, so well filmed and everything. It's just very, very good.
Yeah.
Nice. Meh.
No.
I'm so meh.
No.
I'm so meh on this episode. I think that
God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I think that this episode is needed. Absolutely. I think it gives so much information that you need for what's going on and what's to come. And I feel like what my biggest problem is that I don't like how we've gone back to back origins is really my beef with it. And I don't like that we've gone 2 episodes on a cliffhanger. That's my beef with it. But I think the story is needed, and I think it was absolutely done well. It's just I'm ready to see what actually happens with the cliffhanger. That's kind of where I'm at.
Well, the last episode was where the cliffhanger happens, where Vic smashes the car, and he's like, "We're in it now, Vic. We're in it now." So it's only been 1 episode, Now we've done
Okay.
2 episodes that weren't the Penguin. Maybe that's what you're thinking, because we did our
I mean-
Halloween and then we did the V.
Yeah. No. It does seem longer than the one episode, but you're right. Like, yeah, it's only been the one episode, but it's just I don't know. I'm just like I'm very anxious to like see where this story goes, and so to like sit there and do an origin to get to that, and then to stop and do an origin again, I'm like, y'all are fucking with me and my emotions right now, and I really don't like it. Like, I'm very excited, and I want to see where this goes, and I know and I understand that I need to have this origin to properly probably understand where we're going or how we're getting where we're going to go. But I don't know. I personally just don't like the timing. So, but I think it's a good story. And I think the episode was done really well, just like the rest of the Penguin's been done. So I'm not like shitting on it.
Yeah.
It's just for me, it feels off. So, and I'm really excited to like continue on with like, because, so to get into the episode, we start this episode off with Penguin basically saying like, fuck Sophia, like I've done all the stuff work for the drugs for you, talking to what's her name with the
Nadia.
the not Falcones, but the I'm sorry, what?
Maronis. The Maronis.
Yes, the Maronis.
And the woman's name is Nadia.
Thank you. Yes. So telling Nadia, like, I've got the drugs. They're ready. They're ready to go for you. And all of a sudden, like in front of Sophia, hoping that, you know, Oz is like, okay, Sophia's dead. She's going to die. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That she gets out of this. But she does.
Yeah.
And so and then they stop. You know what I mean? Until you get closer to the end of the episode, but then it doesn't even deal with Oz, which understandably so. Like, she's got to deal with the family and the all that first. But yeah, I'm just like,
I knew she wasn't going to die just because I knew she was going to be our kind of like antagonist for this series.
same. Well, I mean, I've seen like other like thumbnails and stuff like that for, you know, videos coming up because we are doing this behind and whatnot.
Well, I'm talking about even
so like
before, like
okay,
when we got the
I got
trailer
you.
and stuff, I just knew it was going to be the way they pitted her against him in the trailers and stuff. It's very like, this is our antagonist and Oz is kind of like the protagonist, if you will.
Right. I got you. Yeah. But I'm just like, man, she's fucked up. Like, granted, like
Well,
she's got good reason to
fucked
be.
her up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I feel like we should issue her apology. We thought she was banana pants crazy is because they made her banana pants crazy.
I told my wife that.
Since we're there, one of my notes is, if this is truly the living conditions for an asylum in Gotham, no wonder you have so many fucking supervillains. like Jesus Christ.
What you don't know is she was in her other personality, she was Valerie from V for Vendetta.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That went right over my head.
Yeah.
I was like,
Who?
Speaking of who's, we got I noticed one villain or DC character that they just introduced in this, just short-lived, literally, but still they introduced her. That was Magpie. This character's first appearances was in Man of Steel #3. It's a John Byrne run, by the way. So if you're a John Byrne fan, there you go. But yeah, I was like, oh shit, I recognize that name. I had to go look it up because I don't really know the character or anything like that. But I was just like,
Good,
oh.
I don't feel so bad. Then.
No, that's in no way, shape, form, or fashion is that like that I think of anyways, is like a big A or B list character.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
she's, if anything, like CD. But yeah,
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
she doesn't even like, I think her superpower is she has like sharp nails. Like that's her power in the comic.
Oh, nice.
Question: did you think it was Harley?
Me?
Well, both of y'all.
No. Well, No, because I wasn't thinking that. I was just watching the show. So
I wasn't thinking. I was just watching the show.
yeah. So I didn't. But no, I didn't have those kind of vibes, and she didn't really like. I don't know. She was still. I want to say. I don't know. She was just a different kind of loopy. Like not.
Well, yeah, but I just like. Right, you hear a voice. She's kind of putting that
Oh
that
yeah. I see what you're saying.
accent on with her voice. She's blonde, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Holy shit! Do we have Joker and Harley in this universe already?" Like, I was wondering that, and then she's like, "My name's Magpie" or whatever. It's like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, when we first when we first started hearing her voice and stuff like that, it never crossed my mind it was Harley.
Mm.
Never. However, thinking back on it now and you bringing that up, I could totally see that though. Like the way she did her, like you were just saying, the way she does her voice and stuff, the way that she speaks.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, like as you asked that, I was like, oh shit, like I could definitely see that. I want Matt Reeves to do what nobody else has done yet, and I want to see the actual like sane Harley get turned.
Oh, Mad Love.
I want to see that. And I haven't watched Joker 2 yet, but from what I've heard, like that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would have been the best place to fucking do that. And yeah.
Yeah. And I would say on this, like I'm honestly glad that it's not Harley, because it's to me it's saturated so much with those two, and it's just some kind of ploy to get people more. I don't know, just trying to look for more about the Joker or something like that. And like I said, I've been enjoying this one, just learning about Oz and just focusing on him. So
Yeah.
I'm honestly, like I said, glad that it wasn't Harley or anything like that.
I'm definitely not saying I wanted it to be Harley. I just was like, my thought immediately was like, is this Harley Quinn? And then, and then it was very quickly dispelled of like, no, it's not Harley Quinn. It's Magpie. It's Margaret. What is her name? Margaret Pye.
Yeah. I wish they would have. I want to hear name drops, honestly. Like, I want them to sit there and, I wish when the doctor that was over the main doctor for Sophia now, I can't think of either one of their names. But
The
I
other
wish
one
that
she gets with is Julian, I think.
Yeah, Julian
Okay.
Rush.
That joins her. Yeah.
yes. I wish when Julian was questioning the main doctor, he would have name dropped
Oh,
Harley.
yeah.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's other doctors that would love to be in here doing this kind of stuff, like Harley Quinzel,
Yeah. Quinzel. Yeah.
and do that kind of a name drop. Should I be having her come and assist me? That would have been, I would have loved that,
Yeah, that would've
because
been-
it would have set it up. I would love, like, I want to see glimpses of Victor Zsasz. I want to see villains that would like fit this Matt Reeves world really, really well,
Yeah.
but are just like odd. You know what I mean? Like the two that I really want to see are Victor Zsasz and
The ventriloquist.
the ventriloquist,
Yeah.
Scarface. Like those are my two. Like I want those so bad.
I could care less about Zaz. I just don't like Zaz. Doesn't really interest me all that much, but I like Scarface. That's a cool one.
I think Zaz would work, and they've not yet done him right.
Yeah, but like he would work absolutely, but that's because he's just a serial killer that uses knives and then
Right.
like cuts himself every time he kills somebody. Like,
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. There's nothing that like bombastic, I guess, like compared to the other like rogues gallery that Batman has. But yes, I definitely want some more, not the normal ones like Two-Face, Riddler, Joker, Penguin. I know we're getting Penguin, but yeah, I want to see some more of his rogues gallery.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Harvey Dent as well. Like, go ahead and get that ball rolling.
Mhm.
That'd be cool. I think it's set for that. Like,
Real quick, you mentioned the head doctor. He is his name is Dr. Floyd Ventress. In the comics, he's known as Mirror Man.
oh, cool! I didn't know that.
Not to be confused with Mirror Master. but Mirror Man.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Nice.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do something with like a mirror in the show, but it didn't. And I was like, okay, whatever. Said they do electroshock therapy and yeah, anyway.
No, that's I was gonna say, like, he's all about the electroshock therapy. Like he loves that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, they actually do use that today for treating like depression and stuff like that. And it's not nearly as violent and crazy as that, but you know, they're doing it for TV.
Yeah.
Man, them admitting her to Arkham was fucking horrifying to me when they're like shoving her up against the wall, scrubbing her, and then they do like the cavity search. And I was just like, oh God. Because I have like body horror stuff. So I was just like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Just the whole setup in general is like, because the whole time she's getting talked to by her dad about how like she's different and she can take over the family and all this other kind of stuff. And she does one thing, which is go and talk to the press, you know, after hours.
Summer Gleason.
Yeah.
From the Gotham Gazette.
And now she's charged with 10 counts of murder and like, fuck.
You know,
like
I was just riding along for this episode, and I had this theory when we see the flashback of Sophia's mother like hanging, and then she like saw her mom or whatever, and then later on, Sophia's asking her brother about like, hey, does dad, you know, do anything with the girls at the club? And he's like, don't forget about them, you know, they're hookers or whatever. And for a split second there, I was like, oh my gosh, are they implying that like maybe Alberto is the hangman? And because like they set up this whole thing about how like she was going to take over the family because Alberto isn't really strong enough to be the head of the family. And I was like, oh my God, is he going to pin that on her so that he can be the head? And like that was going to be the reveal of it. And then later on, it's just you see the shot where Carmine Falcone comes in and you see the like cut, like the scratch marks from the nails like on his hands. And I was like, oh, never mind. That theory's gone out real quick.
That's a heartbreaking scene. Like to think of, you know, a kid just running around playing hide and go seek and then finding their mom strung up in a bedroom. Like,
yeah,
damn.
Which I don't know if y'all noticed this, but the actor that played Carmine Falcone in the show is Mark Strong. The one who played it in the movie The Batman was John Turturro. Mark Strong, in case y'all wanting to know, he was Dr. Sivana in Shazam. He was Merlin in the Kingsman series, and he was Sinestro in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like he's been around a good bit, huh?
Yeah.
So I was going to ask that because it didn't look like the same Carmine. So I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
Because he didn't seem recognizable though. I didn't realize he played all those people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes, the guy, he was also like the villain in the first Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movie. Yeah, he's been around.
Nice.
Yeah, he's Sinestro, like I said. But anyway. Yeah.
Why didn't they get the same guy back? I like that other guy.
Yeah, I was actually about to get into that. He just couldn't make it due to other engagements. Like he was filming other shows or movies or something like that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, no, I did too. But I also, it kind of makes sense because he's supposed to be like a younger version of that one. So,
yeah, but like to me, it was like, even though it's been a long time since I've seen, you know, Pattinson's Batman, like it seemed noticeably different, just the voice alone.
Oh, yeah, definitely the voice. It
seemed like he put on an accent for this, whereas like in the Batman, I don't remember there being one. So, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to go back and rewatch that. But it just the voices did not match up anywhere near close.
Yeah, well, Mark Strong is like British, so and then he was putting on that like Italian kind of accent, whereas John Turturro I think is Italian, so it just kind of comes naturally to him.
Okay, I got you. No, I'm glad you cleared that up because I didn't have a chance to look to see if it was the same actor or not. So, but I was like, something doesn't seem right. Something seems off here. So,
The other little fun little Easter egg was the cop that pulls Sophia and Oz over to like arrest her and take her in is William Kinnessy. And he's the cop in The Batman that Batman like breaks his nose. And anyway, if you rewatch The Batman, it's the same guy, but they just got him back for this, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That which makes it even worse now. Like you can get this one random cop back,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but you can't get Carmine Falcone back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. What did y'all think of like what did Oz get? Exactly do you think Oz got for ratting on Christina? Not Christina. I apologize. Sophia.
Well, apparently he got promoted.
Yeah. Because he got that new suit.
Yeah.
I knew
And
he
he
got
didn't-
in the new suit.
He didn't have to drive anymore. So
No, he was still driving for Sophia.
wait.
Yeah, he did. He was still driving. He probably
Oh.
got money, which is why he bought the new suit, or he bought the new
Mhm.
suit
Oh, yeah, that's
to
right.
impress Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
Maybe so, yeah.
I think the only reason he ratted her out was because he seemed like he was very like friendly with Sophia, but then when he like stepped too far and tried to give her like tips, and she was like, shut the fuck up. You're my driver. That's what you do, drive. I think
Right.
that like pushed him over the edge. So he was kind of like, fuck you. And then ratted her out to Carmine. So anyway, I think this is him climbing up that quote unquote corporate ladder, if you will.
She just didn't quite push him to shooting her like
Yeah.
Alfredo did.
Exactly. Yeah. I think if she called him the Penguin, because, Alberto, not Alfredo. I was like,
Yeah, whatever. his name is.
Alfredo. Alberto calls him the Penguin, and she's all like, stop, don't call him that.
Yeah.
So she was like super nice to him. So I guess he has like a soft spot for that. But yeah, I don't know if Carmine offered him anything. I just think because she says it in the episode about how like you're on my father's radar now. Like
Yeah.
he will know everything about your family now, which I think is why he's
Yeah.
so secretive with his mom now after that line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that definitely like put some things together there for me. And I think that's all it was he was just trying to get on Carmine's, like he was looking for that next opportunity to move up. I don't think he may have got like a some money for dropping that information, but I don't know that he necessarily got a promotion off of it. But I could be wrong. So it didn't lead me to believe that. But the suit, I think he may have gotten the suit for saying that. And, obviously there was a reason like he was there to be able to, and was told to go get Sophia to bring him there to bring her like to go see Carmen. Because anybody could have gone and done that. Like any of the henchmen could have gone and told Sophia, hey, your father wants you. But Carmine had Penguin go do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Since we're talking about young Penguin as well, I wrote like, holy shit, young Penguin. And then I was like, the special effects people really are wanting an award for their prosthetic and makeup work for this show, because they
Right?
did like they gave him more hair. His face
Yeah.
isn't as scarred up. It's a little bit younger looking, and there's less like
Yeah.
whatever, like freckles or liver spots or whatever that's on his face. And I was just like, okay, cool. I see you. I see what y'all are doing.
do y'all think, kind of going back a little bit, do y'all think that Penguin and Sophia's relationship is of the romantic type based off of this episode, or more of a like brother sister kind of relationship?
I was probably leaning more towards the brother sister type. I mean, or at least friendly like that. I mean, there may have been a moment or two where Oz might have wanted to or something, but I don't know. I don't see. I feel like she firmly put him in the friend zone. Or
Yeah,
not even that, the driver's zone, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was definitely platonic. Like there was no. I thought maybe just because when they were like the last episode where they're like smoking the cigarette and talking with each other, but this one it's definitely more of. I think Oz truly it does like that's why I think it's this really great show because they're making him such this complicated character. I do think Oz like he wants this like respect and love, like he was talking at the first episode with Alberto about this like mob guy who like when he died the whole like town threw a parade in his honor. Like he wants this like where people do like care for him, but in like a weird way. Like I don't think it's necessarily he wants to like marry her or whatever, have sex with her. I think it's just like, yeah, like it's just this like I want to have this relationship. I want to be respected by these people and see me for what I am, not like see me for the flaws that I have, like his foot and his his weird like grotesqueness.
We'll see him for being Oz and not the Penguin.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of glad they did that in this episode where they made it very clear, to me anyways, that it was more of a like older brother, little sister kind of thing. He was her driver. I'm sure they talked and had, I mean, she even sat there and said, like, I trusted you. So like their relationship went to a point of like just mutual, like, or not mutual, but like trust.
Yeah.
And having conversations. And like, I'm sure with him trying to give her advice about the reporter, like it led even more into this like big brother, little sister kind of like, I'm trying to look out for you. And he even says that in the episode,
Mm-hmm.
like I was trying to look out for you and like trying to give her advice so that she doesn't get wrapped up into something.
Yeah.
So I like that they kind of, because I knew there was questions about that the last episode, and like as they toyed with this, what their history was and background was and things like that, of like what really was their history and background. So I feel like they made it pretty clear in this episode that it was, friendship. So, which I like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
not everything has to be a romantic, whatever, weirdo relationship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Apparently Julian wants that though. At least that's kind of the vibes that I got from him. He's definitely got the vapors.
Yes, absolutely.
how crazy does that make him though?
Oh,
Very.
Fair.
Yes.
Yeah, he gives me weird creeper vibes. Like
And his mom had him tested. So
If this were Marvel, he'd be Matt Murdock because Matt loves putting his dick in crazy.
That's fantastic. Oh, all right. So, what do y'all think about this ending? Sophia kills off the whole family.
Oh, I fucking loved
With-
it.
yeah.
Her skipping around and shit like that. Like, I like seeing this, I guess, confident, maybe playful side of her, because most of the time it seems like she's very defensive and just like ready to like kind of fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or argue, I guess, for the better report. But this was just like she just kind of owned it. So what was that she poisoned the house with?
Carbon monoxide, which I have a beef. I know, like, not everything can be like super technical, but like a gas mask doesn't help with carbon monoxide. You need an oxygen tank. Like the carbon monoxide is displacing the oxygen. You're not gonna fucking like a gas mask doesn't do dick for that. But I get it. It's a show. But yeah, it was carbon monoxide because she hooked up like the exhaust vent for the furnace into the AC intake.
Okay.
So it just pumped the house with carbon monoxide and killed everybody.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell what she hooked up. Like obviously, I knew it was the vents,
Mhm.
but I'm like, what in the fuck is the house
is putting out, some kind of gas to poison everybody. Like what
Yeah.
what are we doing? Which I guess I don't know. Like it could, you could have done propane, but like everybody would have smelled that. Like
Yeah.
Propane and propane accessories. I don't have a soundbite for that, unfortunately. Yeah, I knew she was going to poison everybody. I just didn't know how, because when she grabbed the little girl and she was like, let's stay out here tonight. I'm like, what is she doing? I was thinking, like, did she poison the food? Like, what happened? What's going on? And then when she comes in and she had the gas mask on, I was like, oh. And I thought maybe when she cracked that window, she had like, maybe there was a scene that they were going to show where she pulled a car up or something and let it run all night, pumping in carbon monoxide. But anyway, it ended up being just the furnace in the basement area or cellar, whatever you want to call it. But I love, like, that was such a Breaking Bad scene to me, where you didn't think, like, she tells off the people and you don't think she's going to get anything done. And then it's just revealed at the end that no, she just fucking murked them all. And I loved it. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too.
I thought she was going to kill everybody at dinner. I thought she was just going to just pop people. Like that was, and I was like, oh, she's going to kill this little kid. And then like she told the little kid to go off and to go get ready for bed, like alone. And I was like, oh, she's definitely killing everybody. Like nobody's leaving this table alive. This is going to be a freaking massacre at the dinner table. And then that didn't happen. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck is going on here then. Like, this doesn't even make any sense. And then when she was pulling the girl out, I was like, okay, she's going to go back in. And then she's going to start popping and killing people. Or she's leaving the window cracked open and she's hired people to come in and they are just going to fuck everybody up. No, she did it a lot cleaner than I would have done. And it was just gas. Yeah. Just gas. And everybody just, drifted off to sleep and didn't wake up. So. Except for VD. VD needs to find a new line of work.
Yes, he does.
Because he's constantly getting caught in bed.
He really is with his fucking dick out. Like,
what do you think the plan there is?
I don't know. I mean, she's.
You've seen the next episode. Don't lie,
Yeah. she's got a vendetta for him, and then she's ready to make him suffer or just do something, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. It's
I think me personally, she needs VD because she's gonna. What was the other gang, the other mob that they were like
Triad or whatever?
Triad, was that it? I couldn't remember. I think she's gonna use VD to like get back with the Triad so they can get that whole drug deal going on, and then she's just gonna go to war on with Penguin. And now I don't like, the thing I'm dying to find out is like, Oz, what you gonna do now, man? It's you and a kid versus like two mob families. Like, what the fuck are you going to do? My original thought was like, I said whatever 2 weeks ago, if Nadia wasn't spilling the beans, which she absolutely did, to Sophia, like, in other words, Sophia doesn't know that Penguin killed Alberto, then he just sticks with Sophia and rides this on until he's able to take her out. But now that she knows, his only play, in my opinion, is to go back to the Maronis and just play them. But I don't know if that's a safe bet. I'm going to assume he's just on his own. And what he does now is beyond me.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think he could talk his way with the Maronis, possibly. I think he has a chance at that. Only because like he was in front of Sophia, like no, the drugs are yours and this and that. I had to do this. I had to do it this way. Da 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 da. And the problem though is that Vic has like plowed his car into one of their men and killed him while they took off. So that's gonna probably be an issue.
Yeah, no, absolutely will be.
But I think that Sophia needs Vitti, like what you were talking about, to continue making the deal with the Triad because Vitti has the connection to the leader.
Mhm.
So there's that there. And plus, with a lot of those people dead now, it seems like she's probably going to be over the Falcone family unless somebody else steps up.
Is there even a family at this point?
That right. So that's what I was saying is that like she may need like another family to come in and be like, yo, I need people to have my back now. Like I'm giving you this drug and I need people to have my back. So
I don't know if it's even going to be like a mob family anymore. I think she's going full supervillain and being like, no, I'm the Hangman, and the Hangman's running this now.
oh, I got you.
Like this isn't Maroney's or the Falcones. I'm the fucking Hangman, and the Hangman is running this show now. I think she's going full supervillain now.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah. Cool. Well, y'all got anything else?
No, I don't think I'm good.
I had one question real quick. Do you think they were that attack in Arkham was absolutely 100% coordinated? I do not question that at all. Like, why the fuck is one inmate
Oh, yeah.
like not chained up? But like, what the fuck was the test? Like when they bring that same I don't know, character out and they chain her to the tables and they give Sophia the fork, were they just wanting her to kill her so that way they could just keep her here? Is that all it was? I'm assuming that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe trying to like if she killed the other girl, like it'd be more of like, see, you are capable of murder. Like you have been murdering these other people.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm right. That was my thought as well. Is that they needed something so that they could start treatment, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like her just getting the shit beat out of her and being like, "Yeah, I just got the shit beat out of me." Like that's a normal human, whatever kind of answer. But if you sit there and stab somebody in the throat, which she didn't, but they made her seem like she did.
Yeah.
Well, I think the girl that she stabbed herself in the throat because I think whatever's going on in Arkham is fucking horrible. So she was just like, end it, please end it. Like get me the fuck out of here kind of thing. But
No, right. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
They set her up to make it look like it was either Sophia was going to do it or she was going to lose that fork, or some way that girl was going to die. And they were going to blame it on Sophia so that they could start her treatment.
Yeah.
Like that's all that was for, in my opinion.
I got
so unless there's something I'm missing.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing to me. I didn't know if they were just framing her or if it was like a test or what. But anyway, it was weird. But I still, regardless, I love every moment of this episode.
That's funny. I mean, it's a good story.
Mhm.
It was timing for me.
Yeah.
Cool. That it?
That is it for me.
Awesome. Well, Jeremy, where can they find you at?
They can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO. That's Night with a K. And you can find me here. And I did not.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You were doing so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I had to go. I was out of town for like most of the week. So,
Oh, Jeremy.
yeah.
Michael.
I finally made it to chapter 13 today, and fuck chapter 12.
I can't remember
Fuck.
what chapter 12 is, but
Oh, I'm trying to get to, I'll make notes.
yeah, definitely make notes.
Yeah.
Because, man, have I got some shit to say. But yes, I played for so long on one, just trying to clear one chapter. I think there's 16 total in the game. And so Yeah, I'm at 13. So 13, 14, 15, so 4 more chapters. That should be done.
Cool.
So, Richard, where can they find you at?
If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, an Instagram, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry, night like day and night, and curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics with an X. I gotta mix this up, man. It gets boring after a while reading the same shit all the damn time.
Oh man, come back and join us next week as we venture more into Agatha, more into the Penguin. Even if you've already watched it all, you still are going to want to hear the shit that we've got to say about it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So until then, you can find me over at Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox at 22_comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22 comics. Thank y'all so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed as much as we did making it. With all that being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.
The moral of the story, kids, is always finish what you started. Also, mercy is overrated.